In a country where everything is supersized, a new push for pint-sized cars, popular in Japan from President Trump.
They have a very small car, sort of like the Beetle used to be with the Volkswagen. They're very small, they're really cute. And I said, how would that do in this country?
The president praising K cars, an affordable and ultra-compact category of vehicles. They're usually about 11 feet long, 5 feet wide, and less than 7 feet high. That's about 7 to 8 feet smaller than a full-size SUV, 8 to 9 feet smaller than a pickup truck, and next to a semi, it's a fraction of the size. On average in Japan, a basic model costs about $10,000.
First car I got, that's the Mitsubishi Pajero in that exact color, so that's how I got started.
Brandon Savaka is a K truck enthusiast.
They're functional, and they're very practical. You're not going to be able to beat the gas mileage. You're not going to be able to beat the functionality in a city, in a parking, in a garage.
He spent about $5,000 on his first K truck and had it imported from Japan.
And it was kind of a gamble. It was, let's send off, $5,000 and hope and pray that something comes in return. I waited like 3 or 4 months, and then it arrived.
Now he helps others navigate the import process, but the president pushing for them to be manufactured in the U.S. Posting on Truth Social, I have just approved tiny cars to be built in America, something experts say might not make sense financially for U.S. automakers.
The general cost for making a vehicle does not vary that much between a small car and a big car. So if you're making a small car and your cost is pretty similar, but your price is much lower, you're losing money.
And currently, the newest models don't meet all U.S. federal safety regulations like high-speed crash testing or emission standards.
You have to add on the expenses of altering the vehicle to meet the safety standards of today's vehicles are substantial.
Many watching closely to see what comes down the road.
Valerie Castro joins us now. Valerie, if my passion is a tiny car, if I want one of these after seeing that story, how hard are they to get and how much do they cost?
So right now, the only way to get one legally imported and be able to drive it in the U.S. is it has to be at least 25 years old, and then it falls under a classic car provision, which means the federal standards for safety and emissions do not apply. So
all right,
that's
2,000. That's not too bad. Okay.
So that's the only way that you would be able to do it right now. In the future, those safety standards would have to change. Our car enthusiast says if you do want to buy one of those older ones, it can cost you anywhere from $5,000 to $20,000. You'll have to find one in Japan and then find a broker to help you along with the process of
and that's one of the
shipping.
arguments, right? Like they're a very cheap car as well. So we'll see if they get legalized here. Thanks so much for that, Valerie. We thank you for watching. And remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.